Chloe Jennings White spends her days confined to a wheelchair. It's tough to get around, and she struggles with living in a world that isn't built for the disabled.
I am so sorry that you have to live this way.
However, Chloe is actually able to walk perfectly.
Never mind, you can go fuck yourself.
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand.
Before the massive outbreak about this one woman by the name of shupping, who made herself blind because she felt transabled, there's this one other woman before her, and believe it or not, this actually happened 2 to 3 years ago. Now, I for one is shocked that something like this stupid was actually overlooked by the YouTube community, and I feel like I need to be the first to shed some light on this subject, because it seems that my videos on both shupping and Stephanie, who is trans age, has gotten some traffic. So I assume the same will apply with this video because it's something fresh and something that other YouTubers need to see.
And chooses to live her life like a paraplegic due to a rare psychological disorder called BIID. Despite wishing she was paralysed, Chloe still takes part in extreme sports like skiing.
Are you kidding me? You participate in sports, yet you want to become paralyzed from the waist down. The fuck, woman? Now, I'm fully aware that they have some sort of ski for those who have lost their legs or paralyzed from the waist down, but you should not participate in sports that requires your fucking legs.
BIID has led Chloe, a Cambridge University educated research scientist, to harm herself in a bid to become paraplegic for real.
I hope she meets a doctor that doesn't support the act of crippling oneself.
I have fantasies about having a car wreck and becoming paraplegic from a car wreck.
That's one fucked up dream.
Perhaps most shockingly of all, London-born Chloe is on a quest to find a surgeon willing to operate in order to paralyse her legs forever.
Well, as long as you donate your legs to society, I would at least give you some respect. Cause, you know, since you don't like your legs so much, you could give it to someone that could really need them. It's a win-win for everybody.
I did find a surgeon in another country who would be prepared to do femoral and sciatic nerve transections to paralyze my legs. It would be at least $25,000. I don't have the money to do it. That's basically the only reason that I've not yet had surgery.
You could just cut off your legs, you know. I mean, this guy from Jerry did it.
Sandra, Sandra, what? Okay. What's going on? This is strange, isn't it?
Yes, it is strange.
Okay. So how old are you now?
I'm 48.
Now you're 48. When you were 35, you decided to become a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's fine. At what age did you think you didn't want your legs?
At 14.
At 14. When did you actually cut them off?
I cut this one off in 2000.
I thought that one went first, yeah. Okay. Why did you cut your leg off?
I didn't want them. My brain just kept saying get rid of them, so I had to get rid of them.
For her whole life, Chloe has wished, more than anything, that she was disabled.
From about 10 years old, I somehow got the idea to bandage my legs when I was home alone so nobody would know what I was doing. I sort of fabricated a leg brace so that I couldn't bend my knee. And walking around like that felt, oh wow, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I bet it feels great. Feeling like you barely run a mile. It feels fantastic.
Chloe struggled to cope with her feelings.
For a long time, I had no idea why I felt this way about my legs.
Chloe only began to get real relief from her condition when she started using a wheelchair full-time in 2008.
When you have BID, the stress is really intense. The first few friends I told, I would literally be shaking and crying even with emotion. I was not really living a normal life before that. It was always in my mind. It's like, I'm supposed to be paralyzed.
yet you still use your legs to climb down stairs and play sports. Once again, if you're so convinced that you are paralyzed from the waist down, then one must not participate in sports using your legs.
But while Chloe pursues her quest to have surgery that will leave her paraplegic, she loves taking part in her favourite pastime, downhill skiing.
Skiing is essential to me. It carries a lot of benefits for me in terms of BIID. I ski very aggressively. If it's a groomed run, I will absolutely go as fast as I can. My friends and family can get a little worried about me skiing sometimes because they know that I ski very aggressively.
Which, again, requires your legs to do so.
And, they know it's in the back of my mind that I actually want to get injured.
To deal with the anxiety BIID causes her, Chloe sees psychotherapist Dr. Mark Mallon as often as she can.
Oh, I hope it's not going to be like that other psychiatrist who poured bleach down into Jill's eyes, making her blind. I'm really hoping this guy doesn't just strap down this woman into a chair and just chainsaw off her legs.
The problem that I run into is that people make up these fantasies about BIID. It's like they say, oh, well, you're doing it to get disability benefits. You're doing it to get attention. And then you say, no, that's not it. And then they'll come up with another fantasy.
Funny that this is getting headlines.
Of this.
So it sounds like just misunderstanding, and a lot of what you're having to do is educate people about
education, yeah.
I think I'm more confused than I understand it. I want to know what the fuck is a fantasist? It sounds like some sort of mental disorder. Hey! Hey, don't you judge me, okay? Don't you judge me. I have a mental disorder, okay? It's called fantasist. Okay? It's a mental disorder. Quit judging me!
Dr. Mallon says BIID is actually very real.
And it's a psychological disorder that people have where they desire to have some sort of body modification. But it's a sense that a person really wants to lose some sort of ability that they have.
And like other BIID sufferers, Chloe's illness has worrying symptoms.
I have to admit, any time I'm driving, I sort of conjure up accident scenarios in my mind.
Okay, I think your fantasies might actually put people's lives in danger. We need to lock you up now!
Where I would become paraplegic.
In 2009, Chloe really did crash, surviving a horrific 75-mile-per-hour double rollover.
One of the things that was in my mind after the car wreck was, did I do this deliberately in order to, be paraplegic?
If you did, you should not drive. Or maybe be around people. Because, you're a danger to everyone.
I couldn't say for sure at that time that I had not done it deliberately because I simply had no memory of that.
Chloe's attempts to injure her legs mean many of her friends and loved ones worry about her, like Dave Allen, a hiking buddy.
It's scary for all of her friends, including myself, that, if she does, she runs a huge risk that, that she could die doing some of the stuff that she's done in the past.
This is some legit concern. This guy is smart, but not smart enough to avoid this woman. His life is in danger just being around her.
Despite her love of skiing and the challenges of life confined to a wheelchair, Chloe is still determined to have surgery that will render her paralyzed.
Which is why she's still walking! Oh, I feel so unhappy that I'm able-bodied! I think I'm gonna go for a nice walk!
When I have that surgery, I just know it will be the happiest day of my life.
Or it could be one that you might regret. I am the Atheist Gamer, and I will make a second part to this video. It's not a video response, but it's going after the trans folks like Jill Shipping.